How is everyone today?
Great.
Good. My name is Justin Dane. I'm the chef owner at Oaks and Evelyn down the road. So excited to be here. So it's awesome to see what Montpelier Live's done. A great festival. This is the second time I've been a part of it, and this year being able to do a chef demo is pretty cool. And they asked, I was like, yeah, that's great. Let's do something fun on the street. Let's have some fun, make some gnocchi, and we're gonna make gnocchi from start to finish right here for you guys and have samples in about 15 minutes. So my gnocchi is a little bit different. It's Parisian gnocchi, so it's flour, egg, butter, and cheese. So it's a pâte à choux based. No potato. It's very light, it's airy, very delicate. So when people kind of try our gnocchi, it's like it's pillows. People call it like little pillows. Very tender. And then today we're going to be using some Vermont bacon, Vermont butter creameries, butter, and a little bit of Thousand Stone Mushroom Farms mushrooms. So all local, flowers from King Arthur, butter, everything's local right around here. So that's what we're trying to do. That's what we try to do at the restaurant. And we'll get going. This won't take too long. So in my pot here, just so you don't have to wait for water to boil, because everyone hates that, I do have the water that's listed on the sheet. Some of the butter, we're gonna add the rest of the butter now. And this is a half a batch of what I have on your sheet here, just because trying to keep it smaller, not a big space to cook here, not a big kitchen. So what we're gonna do, we have our water, our butter in our pot. We're gonna season the water and the butter with a little bit of salt. We're gonna bring this up to a simmer. Once that comes to a simmer, that's where we're gonna add our flour. The flour is gonna become the choux part. It's gonna become very thick, sticky, and then we're gonna go to our KitchenAid here and we're gonna make the choux with the eggs, Parmesan cheese, and then we're gonna pipe it into water. That's another kind of fun part about this gnocchi. It's not something you roll out on a cutting board and cut into pieces and then blanch. It's something we're gonna do right here, all at once. Go right into our pan with our ingredients, and then we're gonna serve it up to you guys. All right, so we have our water coming up here, the butter, and please let me know if you have any questions while I'm going along. Anything about the restaurant, anything at all.
Does this come to a boil?
This comes to a boil, and this is my simmering water for the gnocchi when I pipe it. So we're almost there. And today, also down the road, we're going to be doing some tuna poke and burrata salad for us. And we have some amazing peanut butter cookies. There's some Reese's Pieces, some M&M peanut butter cups, and Skippy peanut butter in there. So it's all delicious. So from here, we're going to add our flour. And this, you have to be kind of careful. You got to stir it all together. You can kind of take a look. This is where your arms get to work out. And you want to cook the flour out so it doesn't have that raw flour taste. So you're going to cook this for about a minute after you're going. And really get all those lumps out. That's really important. You want all the flour to be completely incorporated with the butter, water, and salt.
How long do you have to cook it so it loses that flour taste?
About a minute to a minute and a half. And I kind of have a feel for it. I can kind of see it. Once it starts to completely pull away from the pan, it'll, in the beginning it was really sticky. Now it's really starting to really pull away and become one nice ball here.
So what happens with the cheese? Can you change the cheese up, or does it have to be a hard cheese?
Sure. You can use anything you want. So right now in the restaurant, for the summer, we're doing goat cheese.
Okay.
So we're doing goat cheese with crispy shallots and Swiss chard and stuff like that. And at this point too, I'll explain something in a minute when we go into the KitchenAid. You can add purees. So you could do like a butternut squash puree. If you want to do like a half a cup puree, take out a half a cup of the water and add that, and then you can have that color. I've done spinach gnocchi, kind of chopped up spinach. You can put it in this part too. So we're going to take it off now. I'm going to set this on here.
So it's more about the cup measurement, not about the weight.
Exactly. About the liquid you're adding to it. The liquid needs to be the same.
Okay.
So right here, we're going to go right into our KitchenAid mixer. So right there, you're going to see it like kind of comes all out nice and clean. From here, beautiful.
Does anybody want to see a drill?
All right.
people in step 3.
So here we're gonna add Parmesan.
All right, everybody. We're going to be doing a yo-yo show. My name is John. I'm the yo-yo guy.
Gonna slowly start to incorporate the Parmesan. And again, you can use any of your favorite cheeses. Parmesan just really goes good with mushrooms in the fall. You use pecorino.
Seats available. Hey, how are you? All right.
Once the Parmesan's melted down into the batter, we're gonna slowly start adding our eggs.
Anybody want to lend me a shoulder from the audience? A shoulder from the audience. Anybody? Somebody else? How about this lady comes forward? Yeah.
Just add them one by one. The first 2 eggs are important so it doesn't overcook and the egg doesn't cook inside of it. You want to cool it down a little bit.
All right. Here we go. Thank you so much. Round of applause for the help. I love with the video camera. Welcome to the show. Trick number 1, no hands. Here we are. All right. Here we go. Here we go.
So we're gonna let this mix until it starts to stick against the sides of the bowl. That's one key thing. The egg can go up and down just because of the size of the egg and what's going, everything's different. The flour could, the hydration of the flour could be a little different. So you always want it to start to stick against the side of the bowl, and then you know you're right there. All right. I think one more egg should do it. Eggs, it can be. You want to see it stick at the end. That's pretty correct. I've never really had it change on me, so that's the amount I have on there is usually right there. And if you can see here, it's all sticking to the sides. It's now like choux. They call it pâte à choux paste. So we're gonna turn that off. It's done. Now what we're gonna do, while I'm gonna start piping my gnocchi into here, I'm gonna slowly just start adding some of my ingredients into the gnocchi. So when I go in here, I'm gonna go right into my pot with the pan with all my ingredients, and then we'll serve it up to you guys, and you'll be able to taste it. So we're just gonna start with the butter, bacon. Mushrooms. All right, now this is the fun part. You can move this out of the way over here. So again, I said earlier we're going to pipe it into the water. We're not going to use it, we'll roll it out or anything like that. All right.
Want me to hold the bag? You need help?
Oh, no, I'm okay. Thank you, though.
Race car.
All right. Now, we're just I'm gonna add a little salt to my water. And now we're gonna start piping. Careful of the hot water though, guys, just it might splash a little bit.
You can make it ahead. Is that
You could, yeah, you could. It's easier to do while it's warm, just because of the piping reasons. So when it cools down, the butter is going to get cold again. So it's a little harder to pipe it.
Yeah, right.
But you could. You could always pull it out at room temperature for about an hour to let it come out a little bit. Oh, these are great. Yeah, these are so good. All right, guys, so there we go. We're gonna let this poach for about a minute to minute and a half until they all start to float. I'll usually pick one up. It almost feels like, I like to tell my cooks when I'm teaching them to do this, like chicken when it's firm and it pushes back, that's when you know it's cooked in the middle. It'll keep going in if it's still doughy.
Can you overcook them?
You can overcook them. They'll almost balloon up. They'll puff once they're starting to get overcooked. And that you can take them out and cool them down if you'd like. You know what I mean? You can always do that. Pull them up. Probably about another 45 seconds and we're going to be right there.
Well, if you want them to be like
They're kind of nice little small little dumplings.
Can you demonstrate that fish pillow thing again?
Yep, so right now I would just kind of like test it and we're right, it's very close. Very close.
Each time I take a yo-yo, I'm going to ring the bell. Everybody say yo. Let's try it. Remember that. I'll come back to that. Don't worry.
Is that what you're talking about? What kind of mushrooms are these?
Mushrooms, so these are all from Thousand Stone Farm, oysters, creminis, and king oysters. Now we're going to go right into our pan.
How long do mushrooms last for?
Mushroom, usually 4 or 5 days. What's that? So I would just literally do the same without the bacon, add some other vegetables, Swiss chard, Tuscan kale, stuff like that. So from here, then you can take some vegetable stock, add it in. You could use chicken stock, just a little vegetable stock. So from here, then we're going to take some Parmesan and shave it in.
pasta water.
Yeah, you could use pasta water, yep. Oop, oop. That's why we bring more.
So this is quick. They're not cooking a whole lot more.
No, they're cooked. They're ready to go. So right here, we're just going to start serving them up. I'll start putting up some cups. You guys can take them and make sure you grab a recipe if you didn't. And it's been awesome, showing our gnocchi recipe today. Awesome. Thank you so much.
That was a great demonstration.
Oh, thank you very much. All right. Here we go, guys.
So, thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Hi everyone. Hi. So we are with a program called Junior Iron Chef Vermont, which is a program of Vermont After School and Vermont Feed, which is food education every day that promotes farm-to-table efforts in Vermont. Junior Iron Chefs Vermont is a year-long cooking program where middle and high school kids from all across Vermont join teams with, be it either their after-school program or 4-H, Boys and Girls Club, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, and they form a team and they have a coach and they practice most teams practice once a week all throughout the school year and then come together the second week in March at the Champlain Valley Expo for a giant cook-off. There's an AM cook-off and a PM cook-off. There's 35 teams in the morning and 35 teams in the afternoon of all middle and high school kids. It's about 300 kids each year. And last year, we were finally able to come together again after the pandemic, and this is one of our teams from last year. And this is a middle school team called A Wrinkle in Time, and you can see a photo of them from the event last year. And they came together with their coach, Corona, and together came up with their recipe for the Native American traditional Three Sisters stew. But they have their own process of coming up with the recipe, and maybe they'd like to tell you a little bit about it.
Hi, I'm Isla and I'm 12.
I'm Jacoby and I'm 13.
I'm Nora and I'm 13. We decided to do the Abenaki dish because we were trying to come up with. It's okay. Go ahead, just talk really loud. We were trying to come up with a local dish because local dish to Vermont, and what's more local than an Abenaki dish? Maybe we'll just do that let's do samples right now, and then we can talk in a little bit. Let's use the little scoopers, it'll be a lot easier. Open those and then just set it here. I'll do it. Let's go ahead and put some spoons in there. Yep. Is it okay to grab the samples? He's saved by the band. Maybe we'll talk after it's over. Just ask for one, no cheese. Oh, you know what? You want some without cheese? Let's you talk to them without cheese, okay? Thank you. Cheese and half without is a good idea. Can I ask you, how long have you been doing this?
Well, we started in like February and the competition was in April
Cool. And where was the competition? Was it here, like in Vermont?
in Burlington.
Awesome. Do you all enjoy doing this?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks so much. It sounds like it's a little bit quieter now. If you wanted to actually talk about anything, you know. Good. And I love your team name. It's hilarious. Where'd you all help? We have a yes. Right. So, maybe. Try to help you. It's a little bit quieter now, so if you wanted to try to talk, you could. Do you want to talk? Say anything else, Isla? Thank you.
Without cheese.
We have a lot of people waiting for samples, so just get going. You don't have to fill them all the way full, so we're gonna get on.
Can I get two for one for me and one for Marisa? Thank you.
Three Sisters stew. It has kale and beans and corn. Yeah.
It's an Abenaki dish. Well,
With what's in it?
not
It's also good with like homemade corn tortillas.
That's something to dinner, you said?
You're going to witness a green papaya salad. This is traditionally a very spicy, very spicy, fiery dish. But we're going to make two versions for you. We're going to make a mild, soft version and a more traditional style. And you can enjoy whatever one you want. My wife Willie Wan, we both owned Willie Wan's Kitchen right down the street. We met maybe about 17 years ago in Thailand. I was living there and she was living there because she was born there. We came back here to Vermont, probably after 2 years of living together in Thailand. And then we did odd jobs for, I don't know however long, but we missed the food that we eat in Thailand. So let's do it. And that's what we've been doing for the last probably 13 years now. Well, we used to only do traditionally spicy, and we didn't have the option for mild. But we have mellowed over the years and gotten a little softer, and we're not so like righteous about the way it's supposed to be. So what we do when we can, we make a mild version of at least one of the dishes we do. We don't do a mild version of all three because some of them it's just too hard to take. You have to make two different like sauces, and it can be hard. But the dishes where we stir fry, like right there, we put the chili in. We can either keep the chili out or put it in. So, but that said, it's not just spice. Everything is made to balance. It's kind of traditionally Thai way of cooking, where if you take out the spice, then the sweetness comes up too much. It's too sweet, you know. Or if you take out the sour, you're gonna need the spice or the salt, you know. So they all work together, and people think it's just like it's optional. Let's have it spicy or have it mild. But when you take out the spice, you're taking out like a corner piece of the whole puzzle that puts it together. It's not as simple as just putting like Tabasco on your food because you want something spicy. It's a real part of the ratio of other ingredients that go in the dish. That's why we were adamant for a long time about, no, you have to have it this way. But, and my wife too, she is mellowed a lot. She likes it much milder than I do. So she kind of naturally holds back anyway, so. And I'm just waiting for her. She's grabbing something because I don't want to start before her. I was in Bangkok. I traveled all over with the job I was doing, so I've been to the north, the south, the east, but my apartment was in Bangkok.
Was she from that area or another?
No, she was from a little bit north, and one of the people I was working in video and film, his wife, she was his wife's friend, and I made friends with him. He was from Switzerland. Everyone's from everywhere in Thailand, you know. A lot of expats living from different countries there, and a lot of video and movie work. You know, a lot of people. It's a big hub. People fly into Thailand. They film movies there all the time. So there's this whole community of like people from everywhere. And so I met her through him. But she's from there's two parts of Thailand in the north. There's the north, they call the north, then they call the northeast. The northeast bout is Cambodia and Laos, and she comes from that area. That has a whole different kind of flavor. The north is a little more milder. And then there's central Thailand, which is kind of, you can find everything, and then a whole bunch of concoctions of the different regions. And then there's southern Thailand, which is super fiery, hot, spicy, known for their curries. And there's also a little Muslim edge in there too of spices and things. So you get a lot of different flavors in Thailand. What do I want? She's gonna do the, you want to make the big one or the little one? Okay.
You get a big one.
Willow's gonna make the milder version. Okay, everyone, these are all the ingredients that will go into the papaya salad. You got papaya, you have tamarind, which we already kind of softened and made into a liquid that we're going to use. And if you were in Thailand on everyone does papaya salad. There's tons of street carts, no matter where you are in Thailand, south, central. It's a very popular dish. Whoop, this is a little tight.
And everyone has their stuff prepared like this. So they're not, you know, they make their liquids and their sauces. And we are sparing you of a very, I don't want to say controversial, but important ingredient in some regions of Thailand. We'll be using fish sauce today, but a lot of places use what they call pla raw. Pla means fish. Raw is basically like uncooked. So it's a fermented fish. That's, if you think fish sauce is strong, it's way stronger than that. It's really funky, but there's a whole, you either love it or you don't. People are used to it. We're gonna keep that out. We're gonna make a more kind of central Thailand style.
Yes.
All right, you want to explain this?
Yes, this is green papaya. Everybody here know papaya like a orange or yellow,
right, yeah.
sweet. But this one is young one to use, but not too young. It's like in the middle. Let's pick up and I just clean the skin out because the skin like a little bit have some portions. Little bit medicinal. What do you call it?
Medicinal, yeah.
Yes.
There's
Too
kind of a
much
sticky bitterness, like it's a little slimy, and it actually makes you itch too if you
Yes.
get it on your skin a little bit. So you rinse them off before.
Yes, rinse them off.
But we prepared one already.
And after you rinse them off, after you peel them off, then you shred them like this. On this, I'm gonna do this like this. Over here, like that. But on my
Want to do
own
your
way,
knife stick?
I like
This
to do
I don't
everything.
do. I don't do this.
I like to do everything by hand like that. Yeah. Just one thing. Just one thing after I rinse, and I do like this. I do this. That's how I do it. Until you get a lot of them. But I go lazy way.
My way, this way.
The team do this. You can do this. Really easy. Like that. Don't put in there yet.
I'm gonna put a little just to show you.
Yeah. I will finish it. The easy way. This one you can buy in Asian market everywhere. But this one, the peeling is different than this. Because this one is. That's different. This one is not that.
That's for the skin. That's
Yeah.
to shred the papaya.
But I not buy anything like this.
You're not going to find these around here, but you can find them in Burlington. There's a few Asian markets there that will carry a green papaya. Oh, Shaws? Oh, they may look green, but they're going to be sweet inside. It's very hard to find a hard green one that's...
Important. The skin or the seed.
The seeds, yeah.
The seed really bitter. Very bitter. If you put one or two or a lot in there, you will not want to eat anymore. Ruin your appetite. Because the seed is
It's
very
also
bitter.
medicine.
But not kill you, but medicine. That tastes good.
All right, we'll get rolling
Yeah,
here in a
okay.
second.
Start with
So we're going to be using green beans, garlic,
Everybody's 4 minutes until
Tomato.
the yo-yo show. Who's excited?
and lime juice, and our tamarind mixed with a little sugar in it.
All right, come on over. Get a
and of
good
course,
seat. Still a few seats available.
on my
The
side,
yo-yo show.
chilies.
2:45.
So
I'm gonna put a little bit on my side.
yeah, this is going to make the whole salad.
I'm gonna put a little bit green in. Green beans.
All these hard ones like the garlic, the chilies, the green bean, all can start to be mashed first. Because if you put the liquid in here, it's really hard to mash them. So you just start with this guy here like this. Did you bring any tasting spoons?
So
sugar is also important in this to balance out all the lime juice and the fish sauce, but we just put it in our mixture instead of. In Thailand, they would use a palm sugar, but we don't use that one here. It's too hard to get. It's too hard to work with. So when we do a lot of sauces and stuff, it's just easier to get the that brown. What do you call it? Brown sugar? Not the brown sugar, though. Not the refined sugar, kind of like the raw one, yeah. That's got a little of the molasses in it. It's browner color.
You're talking about dry chili and red chili. You can either use the dry one or you can use the fresh one. The fresh one is going to be more heat. The dry one you can use chili flakes like in the store, you know. To use that, just a little bit of sprinkle on that too. If you don't have fresh chili.
Chili.
Yeah, chili pepper. Okay.
No.
With my tongue. I just.
No. You basically you're gonna. You'll see us. You're gonna taste it.
How much you
And
like.
we're going to need a little more lime juice, a little more fish sauce. You have to know the flavor you want so you know what you're looking for, first of all. But every cart vendor, everyone who makes a papaya salad with a cart in Thailand, when they're making it for you, they'll be tasting it like this. And they'll be like this, like that until they get it right. There's no formula. Just knowing the ingredients, that's...
No one bothers to write it down.
No.
Okay, I not like mine so fine. I just like the chunky. And I think I'm ready. What about you?
I got a little ways to go. I got more chilies.
Yeah, he have more chili. And he have extra too, if somebody
I'm
wants
not
it.
going to use that.
This is ground. Okay.
Go ahead, you can go to the next step. I'm
And
on.
the next step, I will put my papaya.
By the way, this has very little taste to it on its own. It's kind of a neutral thing that absorbs all the flavors that we're putting in this. It's a good vehicle for putting flavors in. Whoops.
I see them.
Is that all you want?
Yeah, it's small. I'm just gonna use the sauce. This one is tamarind. I boil them.
Tamarind, this one here.
I boil them with the sugar a little bit.
This is like made into a paste.
Yeah.
You just heat it up with hot water and it'll turn like liquidy and you can use how
And
much
you
you
can use
want.
the water out them. The tamarind water. I think about, let's start at 3, 4. I don't know, I don't measure.
Huh?
Is the liquid mostly tamarind or is it?
It's water, tamarind, and we put some of our sugar in here and a little fish sauce. Everyone can make their own.
It doesn't become that thick.
Huh?
The way you speak the tamarind, it doesn't become that thick.
Oh no, you have to heat it in water. Sorry,
Or
yeah.
maybe you not have to, but if you hurry,
You could put it as a soft paste, but most people use it as a liquid.
All right, it's show time. Who's ready for the show out there?
it's sour.
Everybody here, raise your hand if you're here. Nice. Raise your hand if you're not here.
I'm gonna do that.
Same. Okay.
And I put fish
How about a round of applause to kick off the show?
Yep. Little bit by little.
Nice. Thank you. It was nothing.
If you're just trying this for yourself at home, just go easy on the fish sauce, just a little bit.
Nice.
And if you ever get too strong, you can always add water, and it really mellows fish sauce out quite a bit. But
I'm gonna put on a tomato
oh yes,
All right. Anybody want to lend me their shoulder real quick?
and a fresh lime. I cut fresh lime like
All
this.
right. Round of
Because
applause.
that's what my way.
So much. All right.
I like to cut just easy to squeeze.
Photo.
And I like to put
Thank you. No hands.
here and there.
No reaction.
I like sweet.
Yo-yo drink.
And anybody have allergic with peanut?
I hear kids.
Peanut. Allergy? I like the peanut one. I don't have to.
No, do one version. That's the central Thailand one. They use the peanuts. The one where Dang is from, they use it's much more kind of sour and spicy and with no peanut. This is softer, sweeter style.
All right, welcome to the show.
The rind and lime, no. I don't. Oh yeah, you can just throw the whole lime in after you squeeze it. It adds, it makes it kind of look pretty, you know. It's like when you present it. Yeah, it'll just be bitter like a lime rind. Yeah. Yeah, you could do something. Limes are inconsistent though. Sometimes the flavors are different.
Around the world.
And the limes in Thailand are very different than the limes here. Limes here are much more assertive and sour. In Thailand, they're mellower. I don't know how to describe it.
I don't know how it tastes. I just have to taste it.
Yes, lazy baby. Eiffel Tower.
I'm going to put sauce in there. That's okay?
Spaghetti.
A little bit more fish sauce.
UFO.
A little bit more sugar.
Oh yeah.
You're measuring that, right?
Shoot for the measure. Thanks. Yo-yo's coming directly from my face. Thank you for your false concern. Would you be impressed if I could lie down while doing this trick?
I need
Me too. If you want to see me try, everybody say yeah. Risking my life for your flat footed co-op.
The problem is where I'm going to put this.
World record for this trick, 35,521 should be 3.5 hours. I will now attempt to beat that record.
taste yours.
Shoot for the other one. Thank you. These are just the warm-up tricks.
This is the stage where you can start to make it the way you like. But if you go too much fish sauce or too much chili, there's no coming back from that.
The race car.
So I can tell you right now, this is very fiery. So
Look at this audience.
be careful.
Round of applause. You want to see more? Okay, here's an original. I hate this trick up pretty far.
I'll keep on eating the chili, please. It's not ready.
It's a flower.
Want to make sure.
Yes. Another original.
What do you think about
It's a
it?
fish.
It's good.
Can you see? Are you impressed so far? All right, any Star Wars fans? All right, here we got one for you.
All right.
It's really good, huh?
Darth Vader.
Anybody have
Darth
water?
Vader. Can you see it?
Better have water. Oh, or maybe stay with mine.
I told her she's mellowed a lot.
I like we need water, we need rice.
How about a volunteer? Anybody want to be in the show? Want to help me? Round of applause, everybody, all the way from right there. And nice to meet you.
So if you want Thailand style, it's going to be here. If you want the mellowed version, it's going to be here.
Okay. Can we let them try?
Wave everybody all the way back.
So whoever wants to try here, we're going to serve this with some sticky rice, which is traditional. She hates it when I do this, but I have to give you a little demonstration. So sticky rice is different than the Japanese sticky rice. Thai sticky rice is very glutinous. And if you just eat it with a fork or you just put your whatever you're eating on top of it, like rice, it all separates and it's kind of weird and like it's not very comfortable to eat. It just doesn't make sense and you'll go, why not just eat white jasmine rice? The sticky rice is made to be almost like an utensil in a way. You take your hands and you just kind of move it around a little bit and it becomes almost like a vessel like that. So what you can do, you're all going to get a little sample of everything here.
Take a bow. Round of applause.
So if you have a sauce or you're eating that, you dunk it in like this and you eat it. Or in Thailand, everyone seems to, around our village, everyone seems to just dunk it in, even if it's solid food, it's just a lot of dunking. But my Western way, I take my thumb and I put the food right on it, use it like a spoon, and you just eat it like that. So what we're going to do is give everyone whoever wants a sample of this. We're going to get a little whack of sticky rice. I know there's no like washing facilities here, but we just want to give it a squeeze and then break off little pieces, eat it with the salad, and we're going to give a little chicken to whoever wants chicken with it. It's kind of a classic combination people really like. Is it's usually grilled, marinated and grilled. A grilled chicken, smoky chicken with the papaya salad and the sticky rice. So that's a whole dish combination in Thailand people really enjoy. Yeah, we're not trying to like mash it up. We're just trying to infuse the flavor into it real much. So, any spicy takers here? We're giving just a little bit because we don't know how much we have here. So.
Round of applause for my manager.
Thank you.
You want one? Okay, yeah. You better check it out, right? Anyone else?
Mountain